Did you watch any of the game announcements?
I did. I missed it live, which I kind of hate because I usually watch it live, but I did catch up on it. Yeah.
Okay. Were there any games that you saw again that you were like, that looks better than I thought it looked prior? Or just any, do you have any opinion on a game that you've seen before that was recently, shown off?
Yeah, I think now I'm blanking out on a few of the stuff too. A lot of what interested me is like kind of like brand new. Like there were a couple games like the Rick and Morty Justin Roiland game.
That game looked
pretty
sick. That game
yeah,
looked sick.
That looked pretty good, but I had no clue it existed beforehand. So I can't really say much about that. I don't like vampires at all as a concept, but like that vampire game didn't look too. It looked like Left 4 Dead, so I'm kind of like, all right.
Oh, Redfall. That's what it's called, right? Redfall.
I don't fucking know.
Fucking Witchfire looked great. I'm sorry. I asked you a question and I'm putting my Witchfire. It looked like Destiny, but with demons.
I don't know what that is.
I'll send you. I'm gonna probably play it in post in the thing. I'm gonna send it to you. I don't know what the fuck the deal is.
Say your opinions. Just lay it out.
Games that look like Destiny are fun. Destiny, only kind of fun. I don't know what it is.
I got Destiny 1 when it first came out, and I beat it all the way through to the point that you could when it first came out, before any of the DLC, before any of the major updates. Then at that point, there were like 1 or 2 raids, and you needed to get like 6 people online at the same time to do them, and I needed to like grind out all this extra stuff. I did not want to do it, and I stopped playing. I've never played it since.
The raids were actually quite fun when we did them. We actually, for Destiny 2, we did the Leviathan raid with 4. It was me, Evan, and then 4 friends of ours. And I say 4 friends, 4 people we met on Reddit. And it was really fun because I was significantly lower. Actually, Evan actually has a video of this on his channel. I was significantly lower level than everybody. I think they recommend 295 and I was 275, and everybody was shitting on me for being 275 the entire time. They'd be like, "What's 5 plus 5? 275?" And I'm like, "You're so fucking." They were all being so annoying, but it was hilarious. But I had a lot of fun with doing that. I think it was because
they were fun. I bet they were really fun. I don't doubt that they weren't.
It's the time sink.
It's the amount of time I needed to do in there. It's like I don't even know if I have 6 friends that want to do this, let alone getting them all on at the same time across time zones. And then when the DLC came out, everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's so much better!" But like, I'm not spending another $50 to $60 to get back into that again. Like, it's just not happening for me. I'm sorry, I'm out.
Here's my take. Destiny 1, I played with Evan. I felt like that was a completed package. I felt like playing Destiny 1, we got all the DLCs, we got whatever the full collection is called. We played all of it, and we felt like it was a full package. We didn't do the raids or anything like that. We just did like the main story, some strike stuff, try to get specific exotics. Was really fun. It felt like a great. What's funny? I actually, when I would play Destiny 1, Evan was still at college, so he had really good internet. And we would stream. Do you remember Beam? It was what Mixer was before it was Mixer. And you could stream right from your Xbox to Beam.
It sounds very familiar. I can't put my little brain finger on it.
It was just like a live streaming service. It had low latency. I could stream right from my Xbox. He could stream right from his Xbox. And we would stream to Beam to our other friends. So we could be playing just me and Evan, but have our friends watch and just talk and chat it up. Actually really fun. Destiny 1 was a better experience than I had in Destiny 2 by far, bar none. Destiny 2 was fun. Destiny 2 beta got me really hopeful. It felt great on PC, and then I played Destiny 2 and put time into it, and then the expansions came out, and I was like, I don't have the money to keep up with this game. Maybe if there's a complete collection that comes out and when everything's done with, I'll pick it back up again. But until that point, I can't, like buying the battle pass and then doing all the shit. And it's just like, it's like a pseudo gacha game. It's pretty fucked.
I'm with you.
But the reason I brought Destiny up, Witchfire is it only looks like it in the engine point of view. Like it just looks like how the gun it literally looks on the screen and like how movement it looks like Destiny in that way. Not so much the MMO weird gotcha garbage. Don't know why I like it. Really excited to play it. Silk Song coming out. I mean, I didn't play Hollow Knight. I'm planning on playing Hollow Knight, but Silk Song showing up at the Xbox event was fucking crazy. People were not expecting that. I want to say I'm an Xbox hater, not because I hate Xbox, but because I used to be a big Xbox kid on 360, and then I got an Xbox One and was just heartbroken. I didn't even get one. I played one, and then I got one, and I got my brother one, and I played it. And that's why I played Destiny 1. I was heartbroken with how trash that machine is. And then I got an Xbox One S. What's the white one? X, maybe? I don't remember.
S. You got the Series S.
No. Xbox One.
Okay.
Xbox One. I think it's the S, but it's white. I don't have a Series yet. I'm waiting to see if it's worth it because I play PC. Anyway, I got an Xbox One S, garbage. I got a PS4, much better, in my opinion. Much better. I mean, not so much.
The PS4 is definitely the better console experience, but I still stay loyal to Xbox IMO.
That's the problem I had initially because I was like, Halo, dude. That's like kind of my game. Like the Halo's, and then it came out on PC. I was like, I don't really give a fuck anymore. But I got into like Kingdom Hearts on PS4, and while Kingdom Hearts is extremely cringe, truthfully, I enjoyed it. I loved it. I love the characters. So I'm like, okay, and I'm kind of a PlayStation simp. I'm excited for the PlayStation State of Plays, which are never good, by the way. But I'm what I'm saying is I'm an Xbox hater because that generation of consoles Xbox was at the bottom of my list. It is the last thing I would play anything on if I.
Yeah, no, I definitely had the worst launch. I mean, I have a Series X right here. I'm obviously still, on board.
Yeah.
I think they. I talked about this a lot recently because my main issue with Xbox now is it just keeps having fucking issues. Like the servers constantly go down. It keeps like having weird little glitches here and there and kicking people out of parties and stuff. And it just back in the day, and correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, PlayStation used to like not have like party chat. It used to be like free, right? But like you didn't have like party chat and stuff like that.
I don't remember.
Like PlayStation. I mean, like PlayStation 3, I think like PlayStation 3. PlayStation 3 used to be like, oh, I can't believe you're like paying to use like the online service or whatever.
You could. I remember you had to get a. I mean, I'm sure there was a proprietary one, but you had to get a Bluetooth device, which was weird. You couldn't just plug it in. I don't believe. I got a fucking little Bluetooth thing that my mom used to put in her car before cars had the calling features in them. She should just like stick it in that thing, and then she stopped using it because she got a car that could talk, and I would just use that on PS3. Oh, it's so bad.
Whatever the case was, I remember PlayStation users used to be like, "Oh, you're paying for your fucking service, lamos or whatever." Yeah. But like, I'd always hear issues about PlayStation. I'd always hear people bitching about how their like stuff worked. But when on my Xbox 360, it always worked.
Xbox 360 was goated.
I always got on. Everything just worked. Yeah. I like what Xbox is doing now. I think Game Pass is dope. I think, just I love my Series X and what it is. It's just like, there's just so many like weird glitches and server maintenance shit just keeps constantly happening. I just feel like it just doesn't work. Like it used to just work. Yeah. Like, like Apple's whole thing is like seamless. Like whenever they roll something out, it just works versus like Android, which again, love my Android, whatever. But, you spend more time tinkering around with it, and you have issues with it, but like you have more flexibility with it. With the Apple products, their whole thing is you pay more money, but it just fucking works. To me, that's what Xbox 360 was.
Yeah, so. I agree with you. But my main, and I think Xbox 360. Okay, I have a question about you. Don't let me forget. Put this on a pin. I want to talk about controllers. Okay, but so that's the one. That's one of them. So
real gamer thought
Xbox had the best event, I think by far. I don't think anything even stepped foot. I think that I'm a Nintendo guy. I like my Switch. Honestly, at this point in my life, pretty close to the bottom. If it's a game comes out on every console, it's pretty close to the bottom of which one. I'll play it on PC, then probably my PS4, Xbox One, and then like and then my Switch. No, Switch and then Xbox One probably. Point is, it's pretty low down the bottom, but the exclusives are really what get me going. Um, and there's allegedly leaked a Nintendo Direct coming at the end of the month. I'm excited for that. That's going to be their big reveal. They normally do it in June, so they show up a lot of good shit. That's really what I'm excited for. But Xbox so far has had the best event by far, and I'm just kind of mad about it because I don't have Game Pass because I don't want to use the Microsoft Store.
PC now, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to use the Microsoft Store. I want to avoid that at all costs. And I also just don't like subscription services. I don't know why. I mean,
they'll increase the price at some point.
Yeah, I have fucking
they already tried once.
I have Discord Nitro and shit, like stuff that's like doesn't even provide that much and is near. Oh, I want to also say, I don't like subscription services, and I'm not going to get Game Pass. I have Nintendo Switch Online, which is infinitely worse. So I want you to go in understanding that I'm dumb, right? I want you to have that understanding that I'm a dipshit. I'm not like saying this. I'm not saying like that this is the right opinion to have. It's an awful opinion. I just like
every
Nintendo
opinion
more
I
than
have is the right opinion I have. The first episode I was talking about how you shouldn't listen to me and I'm an idiot and I refrain from talking publicly about politics. I'm taking a
it's
180.
Like yeah.
I'm taking a 180. I'm smart. You should listen to me. You're wrong. Everyone else is wrong. Fuck you.
Play on Xbox. So yeah, but I think Xbox had the best event. There were a few games that weren't. Dude, I'm excited for the Saints Row.
I had conversations with Ethan about that. It just doesn't look.
I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah,
I agree, but I'm giving it a chance. I'm not gonna pre-order it. Because I made that mistake one time. I pre-ordered a game because I was like really excited for it. Do you want to know what that game was?
I pre-ordered a few games, but yeah,
No Man's Sky.
I was literally going to bring up No Man's Sky in this conversation for a different reason, which I'm sure you can guess. What? Yeah. But what were we talking about before that?
I was just saying, Saints Row.
Oh yeah,
I really liked 3. I think I didn't play Get Out of Hell 4. I will say fun game. 3's just better. That's just I think that's not even subjective. I think it's objective.
Well, 3 is the best one for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm a big Saints Row fan. I've been playing since I was a wee little lad. I played Saints Row 2. Probably when
the end game in 2 is incredibly difficult, even for like being this age.
I played Saints Row 2 way younger than I should have ever played Saints Row 2. I played Saints Row 2 probably around the time I was playing like Halo 3.
You watched that dude die. You watched that dude get dragged. At that age. You remember that? You know what I'm talking about? That dude get dragged and killed and it's like really sad and he has to like shoot his friend. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
it's
like
been a
really
while since I played that.
And
I remember Aisha getting katanaed and all the and Shandi, Dreadlock Shandi. Remember that?
Yeah, like Stoner Shandi going.
You had to kill the Rastafarians coming into the smoke shop in that one mission.
Well, she went from Stoner Shandi to just like hot office Shandi. What the fuck happened?
I have no clue. Shandi had a glow up, I guess.
Truly.
I don't even have much to say on the Saints Row thing. It does seem like some of the fun's been sucked out of it, and the characters don't seem as interesting as what they used to be. But maybe that's just the nature of rebooting it. I don't know. I still like Saints Row, and I'm still interested to see more of it.
If it comes to Game Pass, I think that
Game Pass, there's no problem.
Yeah.
But like, in terms of actually buying it, I guess we'll see. We'll put a pin in that.
They released the fucking stupid fucking character creation demo only on Epic Game Store. Go fuck yourself.
For Saints Row?
Yeah, on PC, I mean. Only on the Epic Game Store. I thought about installing Fortnite the other day. Just because I haven't played it in a while. You know, it is a fun game, and I haven't tried the no build mode. I heard it's good. And I was like opening up the Epic Game Store. And I was like, nah, it's, whatever. I'm gonna play it once. Forget I haven't installed. It's gonna be 100 gigabytes out of my hard drive that I don't have. I'm just not gonna do it. And then these fuckers say Epic Game Store only for the stupid fucking Saints Row thing. I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm sorry. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm sorry. I keep cutting you off. Go ahead.
No. I have not too much more to add from that. I would just say before we pivot away from video games, I did just want to say in terms of the game showcases, the fucking Starfield.
Okay.
It is just No Man's Sky, right? That is just No Man's Sky.
I want to hear your opinions from start to finish if you can give me them, because I think I have opinions that are different, but I also
okay.
I might be wrong.
I think God, it's like you asked me like where do babies come from, and I'm going to say, well, 4 billion years ago, the Big Bang created the universe. Because my brain instantly goes back to like Bethesda as a developer and their recent like failures with like Fallout 76, and I think people hate Elder Scrolls Online. I'm not too sure.
People have been flocking to it in the DLCs, and it's actually one of the highest played games on Steam. But it is kind of garbage. I tried 3 times and it sucked. Go ahead though.
Well, I just feel like they've lost a lot of trust as a developer throughout that experience, especially with, I'm like a lifelong Fallout fan. I love the Fallout series, and it just absolutely killed me to see what they did with 76. And I used to live in West Virginia too. So like, I'm just,
4?
It's not the best, but it's good. It's good.
Okay. I figured that's exactly what you'd say. Sorry,
Fallout 4, it's a good game. It's good.
Yeah, I
hate it.
Yeah.
Some people hate it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I think it's fine.
It's fine. Download the in-game mods are pretty fun too. I remember downloading a Filthy Frank radio station and just going throughout the wasteland and just turning everyone else into different character models and everything. It was fun.
I would, whenever I played like Oblivion or whatever, I would just download the big fucking floppy hog mods.
Well, they had on console. They had console mods. They had mod browser.
Right.
They had mod browser on console.
You had to buy them, no?
You could have charged for them, but I did not buy them. I got free mods from the store.
The free floppy hog mods.
The free floppy. Google that on a website. You'll never believe. I was just trying to buy a new pet hamster, and you'll never believe the website it took me to. But
that's a guinea pig. Stupid joke.
What?
Go ahead.
It's a gaming reference. Yeah.
No, I said that's a guinea pig because you said hog pig.
Oh, okay.
Fucking stupid. That's such a bad joke. Please go ahead. It's gonna be another one of those like sitcom laugh track moments there, but I don't like that it is.
That's what this episode. This is the worst episode of Regurgitated you'll ever hear. We need a laugh track over everything.
Nice title. Holy
shit! The worst
crazy.
episode you'll ever hear.
There you go.
I'm pretty excited for some of these. I'm excited to show you the fucking video.
I'm really excited. I'm waiting. I want to do that last. I think it's going to be great.
For sure. Yeah, I was doing it. Maybe it'll be a complete flop, but I was watching it to myself. I watched it like 5 times. I always know I make something good when I keep replaying something over and over and over again. So as a little teaser, there'll be a 2010 style reaction video to TikToks later at the end of the episode. It will genuinely. I know you have killed yourself at this point, and the police are listening to this in the background as they investigate the crime scene. But
what the fuck? What happened?
I don't know.
What the hell is that? Wait, what the hell just happened? What are you talking about?
I don't know. Someone probably killed themselves.
I don't know. There's some creative juice just flowed out, but there's no.
Well, someone. There's like a percent chance that someone killed themselves while watching this, and it's such a long form media. And the police are now already at their house investigating the murder, but they can't touch the keyboard because it's evidence, because there's blood in it, and they cannot pause the episode. Now they're listening to this, and they're like, "Damn, this guy knew everything."
I was so blown away. I had no idea that was something that was going to come out of your mouth at that moment. I was just like, what the fuck?
I'm just a random word generator sometimes. No, it's not random words. It had intention behind that, but also like my brain goes in silly billy places. The fuck was I was talking about Starfield. Yeah. Look, Bethesda as a developer, I feel like has lost trust with pretty much everyone. Already it's swinging off with like, you got to kind of blow me away compared to what you've been doing before. The the game graphically looks pretty good, and I guess the combat looks better than any other Fallout game or Bethesda game I've seen before. But that bar is pretty low already.
Mhm.
But again, it graphically looks very good. I think I like No Man's Sky, like in its current state, not launch
Yeah,
No Man's Sky. But like if
today is great. Yeah.
yeah, I do like current day No Man's Sky. So it's like it is a format of a game that I enjoy, but it is also very clear that like it is just kind of some No Man's Sky shit. Like you can't tell me they didn't think about that at all
when they were making that. Whatever they said. What the fuck?
Yeah, 1,000 different systems and everything, and you get to fly between them. And I guess building your own ship is one thing, but it's the way you're flying through and doing combat. It looks like No Man's Sky.
It does.
But I will say, if you can give me, like this is like my when I was a kid. And I used to think about what I wanted from video games. I'd be like, what if you took the open world of Fallout and the guns from Call of Duty and the jumpiness from Halo and you made it all in the one game? Yeah. Like that is kind of like how I'm going to phrase this, where it's like, if you can give me the like exploration of No Man's Sky, but like with better combat, because combat in No Man's Sky is fucking awful. Like it's not great. With like a Fallout or Skyrim style, like dialogue system and character development. Ooh, I could get lost in that world. Like that could be so cool, even if it is stolen from some stuff. Like it could blow me away, but it does disappoint me a little bit where I'm just watching it and I'm like, you just fucking watched some No Man's Sky shit and said we're gonna do that, but Fallout.
Yeah,
so
it's true. Yeah. Okay. So I might make some enemies here today. I think we might have we might have a falling out. So I played Oblivion on Xbox 360. It was my first time playing it, and it was one of the funniest. Cool. Let's go TikTok. Let's go. It was one of the funniest and coolest experiences I've had playing a game in a while. But prior to that, I mean, it was one of my favorite things were first-person fantasy games. I played Morrowind on PC on like a fucking Windows XP machine. I didn't even know that Morrowind and Oblivion had any connection actually when I played Oblivion. But I thought it was fucking awesome. I was like, this fucking rocks. Oblivion to this day stands the test of time. It is a fucking banger. Skyrim came out. I was really excited for it. All of my friends were excited for it. I've never gotten more than like an hour and a half into Skyrim, which is, I think, a sin upon any gamer.
I don't know if it's available now. If not, it might be lost media.
Skyrim?
Yeah, well, no. I made a video playing Skyrim. It's funny that you mentioned that because when Skyrim came out, I was like, I bet this is a good game. I'm not paying $60 for it. And I waited for it to go on discount. And I waited years for it to go on any kind of discount, by the way. Steam sale, whatever, bought it. On my YouTube channel when I was very young, made a YouTube video called I Bought Skyrim. And it's like 20 minutes of me just playing Skyrim and like screaming and yelling. Maximize the sex. It's actually one of the funnier videos I did back then, even though it is very cringe. I stopped recording. I never touched Skyrim again.
Yeah. Okay. So we're kind of in the same boat there.
Yeah. Okay.
So no, I thought you were making the joke when you said, I don't know if it's available anymore. And I'm like, oh, Skyrim, because they have like fucking 30 versions of Skyrim now. And they have like the VR, the main version, and the anniversary version, the special edition. Anyway, the farthest I've gotten actually is the VR version. But I have high IPD. My eyes are far apart, so VR is always blurry to me. I just stopped using VR in total. Anyway, Fallout 3 was great. I wasn't good at it because I think Fallout 3 has more of a difficulty curve because I was kind of just going off. I was just fucking off and doing whatever I wanted to. And Fallout 3 is less accepting of that attitude. No, you'll fucking reach a scorpion that's like 40 levels above you and you'll just die. Or you'll just get shot down in the middle of nowhere. So I played a lot of Fallout 3, but I was kind of just fucking around. I didn't really follow any story. Fallout New Vegas, I didn't really play. I played Fallout New Vegas Online, or Fallout New Vegas Multiplayer, which is just a fun little goofy mod where you can just run around with people that are RPing in New Vegas, which is actually really good fun. And then I played maybe like 6 hours of Fallout 4, and I played probably a similar amount of Fallout 76. So I'm not a big Bethesda guy unless it's Oblivion. Truthfully, I don't think they make bad games. I'm not a single player game kind of guy. Truthfully, I'm not. I mean, like I'm hoping to get a Steam Deck and maybe bang out some like games that I've never played before. But I can't be fucked to do any single player games that aren't Pokemon, if we're being completely honest, which is really cringe. But
it's harder these days for sure. And I'll let you finish what you're saying, but really quick, I do want to note I'm 23 years old. It's 2022. I went to the midnight release of Fallout New Vegas. So someone do the math on that and tell me how fucking young I was going to the Fallout New Vegas
when did
day
Fallout
one
New Vegas release? I'm Googling
Fallout New Vegas initial release date is October 19th, 2010.
It's 12 years old.
12 years old.
It's 12 years old, the midnight release of fucking Fallout New Vegas.
Well, that's sick, by the way. I think I was always excited for Fallout New Vegas, but I never played it, other than obviously the multiplayer. So I was never like a big Bethesda guy. I always thought they made good games, but it was never my cup of tea because that's why I played like more.
Bethesda's a developer where I could if someone was like, I just don't like playing these games, I'd always go, yeah. Like, yeah, okay.
So the thing is like 76 was such a cool idea to me because I was like, dude, I like the idea of Fallout, and I love my bread and butter is playing with friends. Like that is the thing I like to do most. So I was like, Fallout 76 is perfect. It wasn't perfect. Fun fact. But Starfield. It looks not very good. That is my genuine
I'm very
opinion.
critical of it as well. I said everything, but it is from a critical. I think if it can pull off what it's promising to do, I would like it a lot.
Yeah.
But also, it definitely concerns me.
The gunplay
For sure.
looks great. Or I'm not going to say looks great. The gunplay looks good.
Better than Fallout or Skyrim.
Yes, definitely. The face tracking graphically, the game looks fine, great. I don't have a problem with it. It's not like fucking Horizon, the new Horizon game, which looks incredible and everybody always compares shit to. It doesn't look like that, but it does look good. When I watched that, I was like, does anybody care? Because I was so bored watching the trailer.
People definitely care because
people
Fallout,
definitely care, but it was one of those things where you watch something, you watch like a trailer like of some like indie game that nobody's ever heard of, and you're like, does anybody actually care? Why is this part of this thing? Which I hate saying about indies because I think indies are like enormous, but when someone just shows like a fucking indie that's like fucking.
You watch the game showcase. One of the funniest things to me is a couple like the last E3 that they did. I was watching it with my friends, and they had this indie developer come out and give her whole life story, and she was like crying over how much this meant to her. And then the trailer played, and it was just a girl walking. It was just like a cool.
That's what I mean.
It was just a girl walking, and we're all like, I want to support this woman. She seems really nice. I'm sure she genuinely did put a lot of time and effort into this, but like. I'm not gonna ever play this game.
That's what I mean by does anybody care? That's exactly what I mean by does anybody care? When I was watching Starfield, I'm like, does anybody care about this? And like at this point, I know people they're like Starfield, and I was kind of excited for it too when I saw like the cinematic trailer, whatever they did last year. I see it, and I'm like, I don't care. I genuinely don't care. Do not.
I think I need to see more. I need to see how the game actually plays.
Yeah. I'm also just like I'm not a AAA fan. I mean, Halo is kind of my most AAA thing. I guess Pokemon kind of counts, but that's how I feel about Starfield. I'm hopeful though because I think that Bethesda generally does make good games, but I just don't care. I just don't care.
They historically have made great games. Again, I just feel like Bethesda the last like 4 or 5 years has been one of the worst developers that exists. Yeah. So I'm very skeptical of anything that they release from this point forward. But who knows?
Who the fuck knows?
Who the fuck knows?
Yeah. So that's how I feel about that. What else did they cover? I don't really remember either. I think I kind of got what I cared about in that. I really want to see the Nintendo Direct because I think because you know how there's one showcase that wins E3 is what they say. Last year, I think it was Nintendo that won, or maybe it was Xbox that won. I think it was Xbox because of Infinite. Now that I think about it, I want Nintendo to win because this E3 has been mid to me, pretty fucking mid E3. I'll be honest.
Technically, it's not an E3, but yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's why I said E3. So, switching off that, I do want to